The year is 2025. The digital world is on edge, awaiting OpenAI's next move. Rumors and leaks have fueled a frenzy. Competitors like Anthropic and Google scramble to keep up. The launch of GPT-5 isn't just another product drop, it's a seismic event promising to redefine technology itself. Developers, artists, and businesses brace for a transformation that could upend their industries overnight. The world waits, knowing the next chapter in AI is about to begin. August 7, 2025, OpenAI's Sam Altman steps on stage and unveils GPT-5. This isn't an upgrade, it's a revolution. GPT-5's new architecture instantly makes previous models obsolete. The real-time router lets the AI switch modes seamlessly, blending speed and deep reasoning in one fluid experience. Live demos show apps built from simple conversations, erasing the line between idea and execution. The industry is stunned. The AI wars escalate. Now it's not just about better models, but about shaping the future of human-AI collaboration. The battle lines are redrawn, pre-GPT-5 and post-GPT-5. Sam Altman declares, "We're not just launching a product, we're introducing a new paradigm. GPT-5 adapts to users, not the other way around, fluidly handling any request from coding to creative writing. Performance benchmarks shatter expectations, near-perfect scores in math, coding, and a dramatic drop in hallucinations. Social media erupts. Analysts scramble to describe the leap forward. The message is clear. GPT-5 isn't just powerful, it's a reliable, creative partner for the most demanding work." The real breakthrough is GPT-5's real-time router, a smart dispatcher that invisibly chooses the best model for each task. Users get instant answers or deep reasoning, all through one seamless interface. OpenAI's modular mixture of experts approach means each specialized model can be upgraded independently. This architecture sets a new standard for efficiency and flexibility, hinting at a future where third-party models join the ecosystem. For users, it feels less like a machine, more like a team of experts at their fingertips. The AI landscape is forever changed. The public is captivated by vibe coding. Describe an app and GPT-5 builds it, complete with design and features. Software creation is democratized, anyone can turn ideas into products, no coding required. Developers face a new reality. Their role shifts from coder to creative director, guiding AI collaborators. OpenAI shocks the world by making core GPT-5 features, including vibe coding, free for all users. AI becomes a public utility, accessible to students, creators, and innovators everywhere. The competition is left scrambling as the world embraces a new era of universal AI access. While the digital world was still reeling from the shock and awe of GPT-5's debut, another major player in the AI arena prepared its strategic countermove. Anthropic, a company founded on the principles of safety and thoughtful AI development, was not about to be overshadowed. Having launched their most ambitious release yet, back in May 2025, they didn't need a rushed, reactive announcement. Instead, they let the initial GPT-5 hype settle slightly before re-emphasizing the unique strengths of their own flagship model, Claude 4. Their response was not a panicked scramble but a calm, calculated, and confident assertion of a different philosophy, one that prioritized deep reasoning and reliability over flashy, instantaneous creation, presenting a compelling alternative for users who value depth over sheer speed. Anthropic's strategy was elegantly simple: offer a clear choice. Claude 4 was presented not as a single monolithic entity, but as a specialized duo designed for different intensities of work. For quick everyday tasks like summarizing emails or drafting content, there was Sonnet 4, a model engineered for maximum speed and efficiency. But for the truly complex high-stakes challenges, Anthropic offered Opus 4, a powerhouse of reasoning designed for what they called heavy lifting. This two-model approach allowed users to consciously select the right tool for the job, framing the interaction as a deliberate partnership rather than a magical black box. It was a subtle but powerful contrast to OpenAI's automated router, appealing to professionals who wanted more direct control over their AI's thought process. What truly set Claude 4 apart, however, was its foundational architecture built around a concept Anthropic called hybrid reasoning. This wasn't just about choosing between a fast or slow model, it was about giving the user the ability to toggle between an instant response mode and an extended thinking mode within a single task. A user could ask Opus 4 a complex question, receive an initial answer, and then instruct the AI to think about this more deeply, prompting the model to initiate a longer, more thorough computational cycle. This feature transformed the AI from a simple answer machine into a contemplative partner, capable of reconsidering its own conclusions and exploring alternative lines of reasoning upon request, a critical feature for research and analysis. Furthermore, Anthropic heavily promoted Claude 4's advanced tool integration and memory capabilities, directly addressing the needs of power users. The model wasn't confined to its pre-trained knowledge. It could actively use web search, access local files provided by the user, and interact with external APIs during its reasoning process. Crucially, when granted file access, Claude 4 could maintain a persistent memory across multiple sessions, allowing it to build upon previous conversations and analyses. This created a continuous, evolving workspace where the AI could develop a deep contextual understanding of a long-term project, much like a human colleague, making it an indispensable asset for complex, multi-day tasks. The true game-changer in Anthropic's arsenal, and the feature that became its strongest counterpunch to GPT-5's vibe coding, was the extended thinking with tool use process. This was not about speed, it was about depth, thoroughness, and verifiability. Imagine tasking an AI with a complex research project, such as analyzing the market viability of a new solar panel technology. Instead of providing an instant summary, Claude Opus 4 would begin by formulating a research plan. It would then use its web search tool to gather initial data from scientific papers, market reports, and news articles, pausing after each step to analyze its findings. This iterative process was made transparent to the user, who could see the AI's chain of thought as it unfolded. This methodical approach is akin to providing an AI with the ability to have a thoughtful pause. After its initial research phase, Opus 4 could be instructed to think deeply about the gathered information and identify key challenges and opportunities. The model would then enter its extended thinking mode, spending several minutes or even longer for truly complex tasks, cross-referencing data, identifying contradictions, and synthesizing a higher-level analysis. Based on this internal deliberation, it might then conclude that it needs more specific information on manufacturing costs or regulatory hurdles, and then autonomously initiate a new, more targeted round of research. This workflow mirrored the exact process of a diligent human research assistant. This capability offered a profound advantage in fields where accuracy and nuance are paramount. For scientists, lawyers, financial analysts, and engineers, the ability to watch an AI work, to see its sources, and to observe its reasoning process provides a level of trust and verifiability that a black box answer simply cannot match. It transforms the AI from a mere information retriever into a true analytical partner. The output is not just an answer, but a well-reasoned argument, complete with citations, intermediate thoughts, and a clear logical progression. This deliberate, transparent process stood in stark contrast to the instantaneous magic of GPT-5, appealing to a different, more professionally oriented segment of the market. Ultimately, Anthropic positioned Claude 4 not as a competitor in the race for speed, but as the leader in the race for reliable reasoning. The extended thinking feature was a powerful statement about the company's core values, that for the most important problems, the quality of the thought process matters more than the speed of the response. It was a direct appeal to users who were less interested in generating an app in seconds and more interested in getting a complex problem right, even if it took minutes. This focus on deliberate, transparent, and tool-assisted cognition carved out a powerful and defensible niche for Claude 4 in the increasingly crowded AI landscape. While GPT-5's vibe coding grabbed all the headlines with its flashy app creation demos, Anthropic's Claude 4 was quietly making waves in a slightly different, but honestly, maybe even more important, area: professional-grade software engineering. The code excellence of Opus 4 wasn't just some marketing hype, it was a real, measurable fact, proven on public leaderboards that developers everywhere watched closely. on SWE-bench verified, which is a pretty tough benchmark that tests how well an AI can tackle real-world software engineering problems pulled straight from GitHub. Claude Opus 4 landed in the top spot with a success rate of 72.5%. That's a pretty clear message to the dev community. When it comes to complex, nuanced coding tasks, Claude is the champion. But this wasn't just luck. Anthropic really focused on deep reasoning and methodical problem-solving to get there. Sure, GPT-5 could whip up functional code for straightforward apps in no time, but Claude 4 thrived in the messy, complicated reality of software development, debugging gnarly code bases, refactoring tangled systems, and solving tough algorithmic puzzles. What set it apart was its ability to, well, take in entire repositories, keep track of context over long stretches, and apply this extended thinking process to logical problems. For professional developers, that made it an unbeatable partner. It could spot subtle dependencies in big projects and come up with solutions that weren't just functional but also efficient, maintainable, and well-structured. The difference between Anthropic and OpenAI's approaches was really striking. GPT-5 was the speedy prototyper, the AI that could get you from nothing to a working demo in record time. Claude 4, in contrast, was like your seasoned senior engineer, the one you trust with the mission-critical backbone of your system. This distinction really hit home in the tech world. Startups and product managers were wowed by the possibilities of vibe coding, but engineering leads and principal architects saw the true value in Claude 4's reliability and deep technical chops. Anthropic didn't try to replace developers, they positioned Claude 4 as the ultimate pair programmer for the hardest challenges. In the end, their counterpunch wasn't some big knockout, but a series of precise, strategic moves that showcased what made them unique. By letting others take the spotlight for rapid creative generation, Anthropic cemented its reputation as the thoughtful, reliable, and technically brilliant choice for serious, high-stakes work. They proved that in the AI wars, there's more than one way to win. While OpenAI dazzled with what was possible, Anthropic empowered professionals with what was practical and dependable, showing that sometimes the quiet virtuoso can be just as powerful as the flashy performer. So, while everyone was glued to the dramatic showdown between OpenAI's creative flair and Anthropic's thoughtful reasoning, another tech giant was, well, quietly taking a totally different but just as revolutionary path. Google, the king of information, didn't bother with a head-to-head feature race. Instead, it leaned into its biggest strength, its unmatched access to and understanding of the world's data, to totally rethink how we interact with information. The launch of Gemini 2.5 wasn't really about a new chatbot, it was more about weaving a powerful intelligence right into the heart of Google's ecosystem. This wasn't just another language model, it was the silent giant, the backbone for a whole new AI mode that started transforming Google Search into a dynamic, personalized knowledge engine. Google's move was classic, ambitious, and big picture. The company set out to solve a problem only it could really tackle: information overload. In a world drowning in content, the real challenge isn't finding info, but actually making sense of it. Gemini 2.5 was built from the ground up as the ultimate information synthesis tool. While other AIs focused on creating new content, Google focused on organizing what already existed, but with a level of intelligence we hadn't really seen before. The goal was straightforward: go beyond a simple list of blue links and give users comprehensive, context-aware answers. Not just stuff that's retrieved, but stuff that's actually understood and structured by the AI. This shift played perfectly to Google's strengths, moving the battleground from just conversation to real information mastery. The rollout wasn't flashy, it was subtle, almost invisible. Instead of one big launch, features powered by Gemini 2.5 started popping up across Google's products, especially in search. Millions of people started using the new model without even realizing it. And honestly, the change was huge. Search results that used to be a jumble of sources now came back as AI-organized summaries with categorized insights, timelines, and side-by-side comparisons. Google wasn't just a gateway to the internet anymore, it was becoming the internet's librarian, curator, and interpreter, with Gemini 2.5 as the tireless mind behind the scenes quietly bringing order to the chaos. This quiet giant strategy was a masterclass in playing to your strengths. While OpenAI and Anthropic had to build their user bases from scratch, Google could roll out its best AI to billions of people overnight. The message was clear, even if it wasn't shouted. The most advanced AI is the one that's already built into the tools you use every day. By embedding Gemini 2.5 so deeply, Google wasn't just competing in the AI wars, it was trying to change the rules entirely, making AI an invisible, essential part of daily digital life for almost everyone on the planet. At the core of Gemini 2.5's remarkable abilities are a few secret weapons, proprietary technologies that really set it apart from the rest. The first, and honestly the most impressive, is what they call Deep Think mode. This isn't just a slower, beefed-up processing option, it's a whole different architecture. Deep Think uses a smart combo of parallel thinking and reinforcement learning from human feedback. When the model faces a tough, multi-layered problem, it can actually spin up several internal thought chains at once. Each chain explores a different angle or possible solution, like having a team of experts brainstorming in parallel. These chains can cross-check each other's work, challenge assumptions, and eventually pull their findings together into one strong, well-reasoned answer. Another big differentiator for Gemini 2.5 is its absolutely massive context window. We're talking 2 million tokens, that's about 1.5 million words, or the length of several big novels, all at once. For developers, this means the AI can keep an entire complex codebase in mind, which is huge for understanding dependencies and doing large-scale refactoring. For researchers and legal pros, it means you can feed the model hundreds of long documents, scientific papers, or case files, and get back a thorough, cross-referenced analysis. This giant context window turns Gemini from a chatty assistant into a true analytical powerhouse. The model was also built with native multimodality at its core, something Google, with YouTube and Google Images, is uniquely positioned to nail. Gemini 2.5 doesn't just process text, it can understand and combine info from text, images, video, and audio all at once. You could, for example, upload a video of a noisy engine, include an audio clip of the sound, and ask the AI to diagnose the problem based on a text repair manual. This all-around understanding opens up a ton of new practical uses, from analyzing medical scans to giving real-time feedback on a presentation by looking at both the slides and the speaker's narration. Finally, Google rolled out a powerful agent mode, designed to go way beyond basic quanda and actually handle autonomous task completion. With Agent Mode, Gemini 2.5 can take a high-level goal, break it into logical steps, and carry out those steps across different apps. Say you ask it to plan a weekend trip to Paris for next month. The agent can research flights, find hotels that match your criteria, check museum ticket availability, and hand you a complete bookable itinerary. This agentive power, combined with deep thinking and multimodal smarts, turns Gemini 2.5 into more than just an information tool. It's a proactive assistant ready to manage complex, real-world workflows for you. The most visible and immediately impactful application of Gemini 2.5's power was the complete overhaul of the Google search results page. This was the feature that demonstrated Google's unique vision for the future of AI. Instead of simply placing an AI chatbot at the top of the search results, Google used Gemini to fundamentally restructure the information itself. For any given query, the AI now generates a dynamic, personalized knowledge map. It analyzes the top results from across the web and then intelligently categorizes the information under a series of AI-generated headlines. A search for ketogenic diet, for example, might return organized sections for key principles, potential health benefits, associated risks, sample meal plans, and common misconceptions, all populated with synthesized information from trusted sources. This innovation, known as AI-organized search, marked a monumental shift from a search engine to an answer engine. It saved users the immense effort of clicking through dozens of links and manually piecing together a comprehensive understanding of a topic. The AI did the heavy lifting of reading, comparing, and structuring the information, presenting the user with a ready-made briefing document. This feature was particularly powerful for complex or ambiguous queries, where the user's intent might not be perfectly clear. Gemini's AI could anticipate the different facets of the query and provide a holistic overview that covered all the likely angles, transforming the search experience from a tedious chore into a moment of effortless discovery. Underpinning this feature was Gemini 2.5's advanced capacity for synthesis and its reduced rate of hallucination, both critical for a product built on trust. Google leveraged its vast infrastructure to cross-reference claims across thousands of high-authority sources in real time, allowing the AI to produce summaries that were not only well-organized, but also factually reliable. Each synthesized point was often accompanied by citations, allowing users to click through to the original source if they wished to dig deeper. This provided the perfect balance between the convenience of an AI-generated answer and the credibility of the open web, addressing one of the biggest criticisms leveled against earlier generative AI models. It was a powerfully reassuring feature for users navigating complex topics. Ultimately, by integrating Gemini 2.5 so deeply into its core product, Google changed the game by refusing to play by the same rules as its competitors. The revolution wasn't in a chat window, it was in the organization of all human knowledge. While OpenAI was giving people a tool to create, and Anthropic was providing a partner to reason with, Google was offering a lens through which to understand the world more clearly and efficiently than ever before. This quiet giant, through its transformation of search, was perhaps having the most profound impact of all, subtly reshaping the daily digital habits of billions of users, and solidifying its role as the primary gateway to information in the new age of AI. In the heated arena of the 2025 AI wars, where rivals battled for supremacy in raw intelligence and creative flair, Microsoft played a distinctly different game. The Redmond-based giant took a deliberately pragmatic approach, sidestepping the arms race for the highest benchmark scores. Instead, Microsoft focused its immense resources on a single powerful objective: delivering tangible, practical business value. Their flagship offering, Copilot 2025, was engineered less as a standalone marvel of artificial intelligence and more as a deeply integrated productivity engine. The strategy was not to build the smartest AI in a vacuum, but to create the most useful AI in the real world of spreadsheets, emails, and corporate workflows, where efficiency and integration are the ultimate measures of success. Microsoft's key advantage was its undisputed dominance in the enterprise software market. While other AI companies were trying to build new ecosystems from the ground up, Microsoft already had its hooks into nearly every corporation on the planet through its Microsoft 365 suite, Teams collaboration platform, and Azure cloud infrastructure. Copilot 2025 was designed to be the intelligent layer that connected all these disparate services. It wasn't an app you opened, it was an ambient assistant that was simply there, woven into the fabric of the tools millions of professionals already used every single day. This focus on seamless native integration gave Microsoft a powerful built-in distribution channel and a clear path to monetization in the lucrative enterprise sector. The company introduced a suite of strategic features designed specifically for the modern workplace. One of the most impressive was Copilot Vision, a capability that allows the AI to see and interact with a user's screen in real time. A user could, for example, be struggling with a complex software interface and simply ask Copilot, "How do I export this chart?" The AI would then visually analyze the screen, identify the correct menu and buttons, and guide the user through the process with on-screen highlights, or even perform the action itself. This feature transformed Copilot from a passive chatbot into an active, context-aware partner, capable of understanding not just your words, but your immediate digital environment and the task you are trying to accomplish within it. Another powerful enterprise-focused feature was Deep Research, a function that took Anthropic's extended thinking concept and applied it to a corporate context. Copilot could be tasked with conducting multi-hour or even multi-day autonomous research projects on behalf of a user or a team. For instance, a marketing manager could ask Copilot to compile a comprehensive report on our top 3 competitors' social media strategies over the last quarter, including sentiment analysis and key campaign themes. The AI would then work tirelessly in the background, scraping public data, analyzing trends, and ultimately delivering a polished, presentation-ready report directly into the user's OneDrive, making high-level strategic analysis accessible to a much broader range of employees. While other AIs were demonstrating their potential, Microsoft's Copilot 2025 was focused on kinetic, real-world action. The true killer feature, the one that bridged the gap between digital information and tangible outcomes, was Copilot Actions. This was the realization of a long-held dream in artificial intelligence, creating agents that can reliably and autonomously complete tasks on the web. It moved beyond simple information retrieval or content generation and into the realm of digital agency. A user could give Copilot a high-level command like, "Book me a refundable flight to the London Sales Conference next Tuesday and find a hotel near the convention center under $250 a night," and the AI would actually navigate airline and hotel websites, fill out forms, and manage the booking process. This functionality was powered by a sophisticated new framework called agent orchestration. For complex, multi-step projects, Copilot could deploy and manage multiple specialized AI agents that worked in collaboration. Imagine planning a corporate event. One agent could be tasked with sourcing and booking a venue, another could handle catering quotes, a third could manage the digital invitations and RSVPs through Outlook, and a fourth could track the budget in an Excel spreadsheet. The central Copilot interface acted as the project manager, orchestrating the activities of this team of agents and providing the user with regular progress updates. This was not just a personal assistant, it was a fully scalable, AI-powered workforce. The deep integration with Microsoft 365 and Teams amplified the power of these actions exponentially. For example, after a video meeting in Teams, Copilot could automatically generate a summary, identify action items, and then use Copilot Actions to assign those tasks to the relevant team members in Microsoft Planner. It could even draft follow-up emails in Outlook based on the meeting's content. This seamless workflow automation removed countless points of friction from the corporate day, freeing up human workers from tedious administrative tasks and allowing them to focus on higher-value strategic work. It was the ultimate demonstration of Microsoft's vision, an AI that doesn't just help you work but does the work for you. By focusing relentlessly on practical integration and workflow automation, Microsoft carved out a powerful and highly defensible position in the AI wars. They understood that for the vast majority of businesses, the most valuable AI would be the one that made their existing processes faster, smarter, and more efficient. While GPT-5 was sparking creative revolutions, and Gemini was organizing the world's information, Copilot was quietly becoming the indispensable engine of global productivity. It was the closest thing humanity had yet developed to a true AI assistant, one that didn't just talk, but delivered, firmly cementing Microsoft's role as the great pragmatist of the AI age. When the dust settles from the spectacular launch events and strategic countermoves, the fundamental question remains: how do these AI titans actually stack up against one another? In the arena of raw intellectual horsepower, the contest has become a breathtakingly close two-horse race. OpenAI's GPT-5 and Anthropic's Claude Opus 4 are now operating at a level of cognitive ability that is difficult to distinguish, both pushing the boundaries of what we believe machines could achieve. GPT-5 has established a slight but clear edge in the realm of abstract mathematical and logical reasoning, as evidenced by its near-perfect performance on the AIME 2025 benchmark. It thinks with a creative, flexible, and often surprising form of intelligence, making it a formidable tool for complex problem-solving and scientific exploration. On the other side of the intelligence coin, Claude Opus 4 has cemented its reputation as the undisputed champion of software engineering and methodical reasoning. Its leading position on the SWE-bench leaderboard is a testament to its deep, structured understanding of logic, syntax, and complex systems. While GPT-5 might invent a new application category, Claude 4 is the model you would trust to debug and optimize a mission-critical enterprise codebase. This creates a fascinating dichotomy. OpenAI offers a brilliant polymath-like intelligence, while Anthropic provides a focused, deeply specialized virtuoso. The choice between them often comes down to the nature of the task, the creative spark of invention versus the meticulous craft of engineering, both representing the absolute pinnacle of AI intelligence in 2025. Shifting the focus from raw power to practical, everyday usability, the landscape changes dramatically, and new leaders emerge. Here, Google's Gemini 2.5 reigns supreme in the domain of information processing and knowledge synthesis. By integrating its formidable AI directly into the search experience, Google has created the most seamless and effective tool for understanding complex topics quickly. Its ability to ingest vast amounts of data, Analyze it through its deep think mode and present it in beautifully organized, easy-to-digest formats is a game-changer for research, learning, and general curiosity. For any task that begins with a question, Gemini 2.5 has become the most powerful and user-friendly starting point, transforming the chaotic web into a personalized library. In the realm of business and productivity workflows, however, Microsoft's Copilot is in a class of its own. Its victory in usability comes not from a single standout feature, but from its pervasive and pragmatic integration into the corporate ecosystem. Copilot dominates because it lives where work happens, in emails, spreadsheets, and team meetings. Features like Copilot Vision and the game-changing Copilot Actions, which can autonomously execute tasks on the web, make it the most tangible and effective digital assistant for professionals. While other AIs help you think about doing the work, Copilot rolls up its sleeves and actually helps you get the work done, making it the undisputed usability champion for the enterprise world. Beyond performance benchmarks and usability metrics lies the critical question of genuine innovation. Which of these models introduced a truly revolutionary concept that will shape the future trajectory of AI development? In this category, OpenAI's GPT-5 makes an incredibly strong case with its unified architecture. The real-time router is more than just a clever feature. It is a fundamental paradigm shift in AI design. By creating an intelligent dispatcher that seamlessly selects the right model for the job, OpenAI has solved one of the biggest challenges in AI, the trade-off between speed and power. This elegant, invisible system points toward a future of more efficient, modular, and user-adaptive AI, setting a new architectural standard that competitors will inevitably rush to emulate. However, it would be a mistake to discount the profound innovation brought forth by Anthropic. Claude 4's extended thinking with tool use capability is an equally impressive, albeit philosophically different breakthrough. This feature introduces the concept of a contemplative AI, a model that can be instructed to pause, reflect, analyze its own findings, and then continue its work with a deeper level of understanding. This transparent, iterative reasoning process is revolutionary for tasks where trust, verifiability, and depth are paramount. It represents a significant step towards creating AI that is not just an answer machine, but a true intellectual partner, capable of a deliberate and auditable thought process that mirrors and in some ways exceeds human analytical diligence. Google, for its part, innovated not by creating a new type of AI interaction, but by reimagining the oldest one search. The concept of AI-organized search results, powered by Gemini 2.5, is a quiet revolution with massive implications. It fundamentally changes our relationship with information, moving us from being digital hunter-gatherers, sifting through links, to becoming recipients of curated, synthesized knowledge. This innovation addresses the core problem of information overload in the digital age and leverages Google's unique strengths to deliver a solution at a global scale. The true innovation here is the seamless, almost invisible integration of immensely complex AI into a daily habit for billions of people, making advanced AI feel like a natural evolution of a familiar tool. Finally, Microsoft's innovation with Copilot lies in its relentless pursuit of agency. The orchestration of multiple AI agents to complete complex, multi-step tasks via Copilot Actions is the most significant leap we have seen towards a truly autonomous AI assistant. This moves AI from the realm of passive content creation into the world of active task execution. The ability to reliably book a hotel, order supplies, or manage a project budget represents a critical breakthrough in bridging the digital and real worlds. While other models are still primarily tools for human operators, Microsoft is pioneering an AI that is itself an operator, an innovation that could radically redefine productivity and the very nature of work. The final and perhaps most socially significant point of comparison is accessibility. A world-class AI is only revolutionary if people can actually use it. In this crucial dimension, OpenAI's GPT-5 has delivered a decisive, game-changing blow. By making the core capabilities of its most advanced model, including the powerful real-time router, available to all users through a free tier, OpenAI has radically democratized access to state-of-the-art artificial intelligence. This single strategic decision puts unprecedented power into the hands of students, artists, entrepreneurs, and curious minds worldwide, regardless of their financial resources. It's a move that not only ensures mass adoption, but also positions OpenAI as a champion of a more equitable AI-powered future. This stands in contrast to the more professionally gated approaches of its competitors. While Anthropic, Google, and Microsoft all offer free or limited versions of their services, their most powerful features, Claude's extended thinking, Gemini's largest context windows, and Copilot's advanced agent orchestration, are typically reserved for paying subscribers or enterprise clients. This creates a tiered system where the most capable AI remains a premium product. While this makes perfect business sense, it really highlights the boldness of OpenAI's strategy. Their approach suggests a belief that widespread usage and user feedback at a massive scale are more valuable in the long run than short-term subscription revenue, a gamble that could cement their place as the default AI for a generation. This difference in accessibility reflects a deeper divergence in philosophies. OpenAI is pursuing a vision of universal general-purpose intelligence for everyone, aiming to build a tool that is as fundamental and widely available as a search engine. Anthropic, with its focus on safety and deliberate reasoning, targets a more professional audience that requires high-stakes reliability. Google, the information giant, sees AI as the next evolution of its mission to organize the world's knowledge, making it more understandable and useful. Microsoft, the pragmatist, views AI as the ultimate productivity engine, a tool to automate work and drive business efficiency. None of these visions are mutually exclusive, but their priorities shape their products and strategies in profoundly different ways. Ultimately, the AI wars of 2025 are not just about which model is best, but about which vision for the future of human-AI collaboration will prevail. What we're witnessing is the emergence of 4 distinct world-class AI ecosystems, each excelling in different domains and championing a different philosophy. GPT-5's launch didn't create a single winner. Instead, it ignited a Cambrian explosion of innovation, forcing each player to sharpen their unique strengths. The result is a richer, more diverse, and more competitive landscape than ever before, offering users a genuine choice between different flavors of genius, a choice that will define our interaction with technology for years to come. What we are witnessing in the wake of GPT-5's seismic launch is not merely a competition between 4 technology companies, it is something far more profound: the emergence of distinct competing philosophies about the very purpose of artificial intelligence. The fierce rivalry has pushed each player to define their unique vision, resulting in a rich and diverse ecosystem where there is no single best AI, but rather a suite of specialized geniuses. OpenAI is passionately pursuing the dream of universal intelligence for all, striving to create a versatile, creative partner accessible to everyone. Their strategy is one of radical democratization, aiming to make state-of-the-art AI a public utility that can unlock human potential on a global scale, a truly ambitious and society-altering goal. In stark contrast, Anthropic champions a more cautious and deliberate path. Their focus is on creating thoughtful, safe, and transparent AI systems designed for high-stakes reasoning. They're not building a tool for casual creation. They're crafting a reliable intellectual collaborator for professionals who demand accuracy and verifiability above all else. Their philosophy is one of responsible stewardship, prioritizing depth and safety over speed and spectacle. This approach has carved out a vital niche, providing a powerful alternative for industries where a mistake is not just an inconvenience but a critical failure, ensuring that as AI becomes more powerful, it also becomes more trustworthy and aligned with complex professional ethics. Meanwhile, Google leverages its legacy as the world's information curator to pursue a different end. For Google, AI is the ultimate tool for organizing and understanding the chaotic digital universe. Gemini 2.5 is the embodiment of this philosophy, transforming the search bar into a powerful synthesis engine that brings clarity and structure to an ocean of data. Their vision is not to replace human creativity, but to augment human understanding, making us all smarter and more informed citizens of the digital age. Microsoft, ever the pragmatist, takes yet another route, prioritizing tangible, real-world utility. Copilot is the ultimate expression of this, an AI designed not to dazzle with its intelligence, but to disappear into the background, seamlessly automating the mundane tasks of modern work to make businesses more efficient and productive. The result of this philosophical divergence is a marketplace of ideas, not just of products. The AI landscape of late 2025 is no longer a monolith. It's a vibrant ecosystem where users can choose the AI that best aligns with their needs and values. Do you need a creative muse, a diligent researcher, an information librarian, or a tireless assistant? For the first time, there is a world-class option for each of these roles. GPT-5's launch didn't crown a king. It instead forced the creation of a sophisticated court of powerful specialized nobles, each mastering their own domain and pushing the entire field forward in the process. The rapid competitive evolution of these four distinct AI systems is fundamentally reshaping the future of work and creativity. The narrative is shifting away from a simplistic fear of replacement and towards a more nuanced understanding of collaboration. We are moving beyond the concept of AI as a mere tool, like a hammer or a word processor, and entering the era of AI as a proactive partner. This is a partner that can anticipate needs, manage complex workflows, offer creative suggestions, and even challenge our assumptions. The question is no longer AI will be part of our professional lives, but we will learn to work alongside these powerful new digital colleagues to achieve more than we ever could alone. In creative fields, this partnership is unlocking unprecedented possibilities. A single filmmaker can now use GPT-5's vibe coding to prototype an interactive experience, Google's Gemini to research historical accuracy, and Claude 4 to refine the script's dialogue, all while Microsoft's Copilot manages the project's budget and schedule. This collapses the traditional barriers between roles, empowering individual creators with the capabilities of an entire studio. The human role shifts from being the sole source of labor to being the creative director, the visionary whose taste, judgment, and emotional intelligence guide the AI's immense generative power. It democratizes not just access to tools, but access to ambitious, large-scale creation itself. In the world of business and science, the impact is equally transformative. Complex problem-solving is becoming a hybrid human-AI endeavor. A scientist can use Claude 4's extended thinking to analyze vast datasets and formulate hypotheses, while their human insight guides the direction of the research and interprets the results in the context of real-world experience. A business strategist can task Copilot's agents with conducting a week-long market analysis, freeing up their own time to focus on the uniquely human skills of negotiation, leadership, and building relationships. This collaboration promises a future of accelerated discovery and enhanced productivity, where human intellect is amplified, not sidelined. This evolving partnership demands a new set of skills. The most valuable professionals in the coming decade will be those who master the art of prompt craft, the ability to effectively communicate intent, goals, and constraints to an AI. They'll need to be excellent curators of AI-generated content, discerning good ideas from bad ones, and skilled collaborators who know when to trust the AI's output and when to challenge it. The future of work is not one without humans, but one where humans and AI form a symbiotic relationship, a cognitive partnership that elevates our collective ability to solve problems, innovate, and create in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. Ultimately, the most significant development of 2025 isn't any single model or feature. It's the breathtaking acceleration of progress itself. The pace of innovation has become so rapid that the future is no longer a distant horizon we are approaching. It's a reality that is being delivered in daily updates and weekly feature drops. The AI landscape of August 2025 looked nothing like it did in February, and it's almost certain that the landscape in early 2026 will be just as different. GPT-5's launch has reset the competitive landscape, ensuring that this relentless pace will not slow down. It has forced every major player to innovate at maximum velocity or risk being left behind in the most consequential technological race in human history. This rapid adaptation presents our society with its greatest challenge and its most exciting opportunity. The question is no longer about which AI will win the war, because it's clear there will be multiple winners, each excelling in their own domain. The real question is how quickly our institutions, our educational systems, and our social norms can adapt to a world where superhuman intelligence is not just an abstract concept, but a readily available, ubiquitous utility. How do we prepare the next generation for a world where AI is a constant collaborator? How do we ensure that the benefits of this incredible technology are distributed equitably across the globe? These are the urgent questions we must now confront. The future is unwritten, but its opening chapters are being drafted in real time by the code and algorithms of these incredible new systems. What we have witnessed is not an endpoint, but the explosive beginning of a new technological epoch. The AI wars are not just a battle for market share, they are a crucible of innovation that is forging the tools that will define the 21st century. The competition between OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and Microsoft is the engine driving us toward a future that is more complex, more challenging, and more exciting than we ever could have imagined just a few years ago. The journey is just getting started. The one certainty in this new era is that the pace of change will continue to astound us. The innovations of today will become the baseline for tomorrow. The future is not coming, it is already here, unfolding with every new model release and every new capability that redefines the limits of the possible. The AI revolution is well underway, and it promises to be the most significant transformation in human history. And as we stand at this incredible inflection point, one thing is clear: the road ahead is more exciting than we ever imagined. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the AI wars of 2025, make sure to subscribe to Nexus AI for more cutting-edge tech analysis. Until next time, keep innovating.